What is up, Charlotte FC Nation? How's it going, soccer citizens? Welcome back to Soccer City. Danny Bram's in the house after a huge win. Charlotte FC steamrolled all over Columbus, man. I don't know why we saved the crew. The crew needed to be saved last night, but there was no one there to save them this time as Charlotte made it look easy early and often with a 3-1 win. Loved every minute of it. Even the crew's goal was nice to watch, let's be honest. But it was nice to never really truly feel too much in fear across the course of the 90 minutes and to get the 3 points. Have goals from Brandt Bronico, Liel Abada, and Pep Biel. We're going to talk about it all. We're going to hear from Saint-Maximin, who also was the man of the match. Did he deserve to be the man of the match? You tell me. Looking pretty good, looking like Daniel LaRusso out there with his Karate Kid headband. Absolute iconic stuff from Maxi. And we're going to hear from Maxi. We're going to hear from Dean. We're going to hear from Abada. We're going to decode the presser with those guys. But first, let's talk a little highlights because so much to enjoy in this match. And we will go live until YouTube kicks us off. But the first goal was great. You know, you'd hardly settled into your seats when there's Abada pressing, resetting, getting the ball to Schnegg with a beautiful entry into Bronny, who then pulls a nutmeg and then scores the goal and pulls his Cam Newton celebration. Absolute iconic stuff from his. Well, we'll keep saying iconic. Beautiful footwork. Let Bronny cook. Bronny in the box is always dangerous. And it's just a sick pass from the Schneggster to create that goal. We absolutely love to get off to a fast start. Spoiler alert, I got to high-five Bronny at the end of the game. I ended up in the autograph line. And I looked at me in the eye and said, Bronny, you got us off to a fast start, man. You got us off started on the right foot. And he said, hell yeah, I did, baby. We had to. Which, you know, always makes you want to say,
hell yeah, we can challenge for a league title.
Yeah, we can challenge for a league title. We can always challenge for a league title. And it was a beautiful goal. And it was so nice to see just Charlotte get out on the front foot, attacking soccer, front foot soccer, as Johnny Hayes likes to say, in the box within 20 seconds of the kickoff. And Schnegg is just something special. Schnegg the leg, a pass that beats 3 defenders and ends up on the foot of a guy who instantly scores. I mean, what can you do better than that? I just absolutely love the pass. I think it's, dare we say, assist of the year potential right there? Possibly. Probably going to be some more impactful ones, but that's a really nice pass from Schnegg. So Schnegg gets us off on the right foot. We're absolutely loving life. And it's not long after that Liel Abada is making stuff happen. And this came off of great pressure. What Charlotte FC was doing in this match early and often was pressing. They pressed hard. They really got on Columbus's ass right away. And young center back there, Columbus has kind of a rookie center back in there who makes the bad mistake of back passing to his keeper in a tough spot. Poor little Schulte could only slide and try to get that thing out, but it led to a penalty. Columbus just kind of desperate. Abada slots it home. You got to love it. Sends in the wrong way. Really well taken penalty on frame and nice job sort of fooling the keeper, making the keeper decide and commit and then burying it where he always wanted to go anyway. But if you look at this play, I mean, it's the press. I mean, look at Columbus is pinned back. We got 3 guys on there, 2 in the corner with backup coming in to help. And that's not a great pass there. This pass is even worse. And then this is hardly a pass at all. That's basically just sliding from Schulte to prevent an own goal. And the ball goes right to Liel Abada. Shambost is helpless to do anything but exactly what he did with Abada making a great cutback there. Abada has talked about being in the box more and attacking the box. That's what he's tried to do here since he came back from the World Cup, and he's doing it. He's doing it to it, and again, buries the penalty. Does a great job. Love to see Liel Abada get on the score sheet. Abada brace. Shout out to the Discord. That is the meme. That is the mantra that we love to say in there. Someday we're going to see it. Thought we might see it today because he scored so quickly. He continued to play a very strong game, and can't wait to hear him talk about it. We rarely get to hear from Abada, so to have some press conference material from him a little bit later on in the show is going to be fun. But of course, it was a little bit nervy moments after Columbus did score. Again, they scored a nice goal, well worked down the left side, crossed it in, headed back. Kalina kind of helpless. Can't really blame anyone. You know, if I was going to call anyone out on the goal, it might be Tim Ream, but whatever. It was a great goal by Columbus, to be honest. But then again, Charlotte just got right back at it, and they had kind of let off. I mentioned how they were pressing early and often. I thought the press looked great. For the first 25 minutes, it was one of the better pressure performances I'd seen Charlotte FC pull off. But they did kind of lay off a little bit after that, and just let Columbus back in it, you'd say, and then kind of got back after it after the goal was scored. So the lineup here, Luka played really well. Schnegg was unstoppable. A 6.9 rating is harsh for him there, just because of the yellow card, I'm guessing. Abada 7.4 with the goal. Westwood 7.4 with the yellow. Probably had some pretty good stats. I've heard some people criticizing his passing lately. I've seen some social media chatter. Byrne, it says he left injured. I think it was just fatigue. Hopefully we'll hear from Dean if there is anything really to worry about there. I thought Henry Kessler played really well. Just overall great performances from everyone on Charlotte. But they did kind of lose that first burst of energy that they came out, because they really did come out, like I said, in Columbus's ass, and it was fun to watch for the first 30 minutes. Hang on, screwed the whole damn thing up. Pep's goal was a team. You could call do we call this a team goal? It started by Pep in the midfield. You know, great cross there from Cleary, who had come in for Byrne, and then Aloko with a nice little hold up tap, just kind of teed it up for Pep there. Archie was hoping to get another ball all the way across, so he could tap it on the back post, but it didn't matter. Pep was there. Really love the play from Aloko. I love the way this whole thing worked. Team goal. Schulte's just shell-shocked there. Maxi is on the pitch at this point. We'll talk more about Maxi in a moment, but here it is, working out of the backfield. Pep gets it. Pep in the pockets. Pep was in a pocket, and he's going to bury that every single time. So fun to watch. And where did the pass for? Let's just look at this a little bit closer. As I also love looking at the old shell shock Schulte there again, but the pass out to Pep on the wing. It looks like it might have come from Maxi there. Yeah, I think I'd have to look. I'm trying to reach back in my foggy recesses of my mind. But Maxi, I think Maxi might have started that play, kicking it out to the wing for Pepster. So very cool. He's making an impact. And Maxi made things happen. It was. I wanted the full debut. I was hoping Dean would start him. Turned out that it worked out all right. That he came out in the second half, made some things happen against Tired Legs. 45 minutes. I believe I did see something, and we'll hear from him in a second. Like I keep teasing, but he did say that he wasn't expecting to play a full 45. I was somewhat surprised when I saw him checking in at halftime, but pleasantly so. And I thought he looked good. He impressed. He was man of the match. He earned the crown coronation at the end of the match, which is good for him. I don't begrudge it to him. Here he is, putting some long balls through. Really nice kind of long pass through to Archie that almost rolled in. If that defender doesn't get there, Archie has maybe one of his favorite goals of his career, because he ran so hard to get that ball. And then here's Maxi busting through some defenders. Nice play to get it right back to him from Archie. And then a kick out to Liel for a shot. Maybe not the best pass, but it did connect. I think maybe the numbers flattered Maxi a little bit more so, because we'll look at his numbers in a second. I mean, not that he was bad, but he was benefited by teammates hustling their asses off to get on the back end of some passes that weren't necessarily perfectly weighted. But there's the shot. Could have called that an almost goal there in the 90th plus 1 minute. But again, it's a long ball, but it's not a perfect ball. But it bounces nicely, and Archie, just credit to him for hustling around Schulte to get it. Here, just really nice, beating everyone to that ball to keep a play alive and then create it. Again, not the greatest pass ever, but it's into a space where Abada can run after it and go get it. And then this is a great, nice little dribbling there. His footwork was looking nice all night, I got to say. He got fouled really hard one time. He got early on. He got shoved down to the ground really hard, and he was kind of like a welcome to MLS moment. You love to see everything he did, but is he the man of the match? You tell me. We're looking at his heat map here now on the screen with some stats, some pass. I think it's his passing stats that would have gotten him man of the match if you agree with it. 9 of 9 passes in the opposing half is great. 2 of 2 accurate long balls. Both two big chances created, 2 crosses. Only one of them connects. XA of 0.1. So play. If he plays this match 10 times, he's going to get an assist 1 time out of it. I guess you could think of it that way. Maybe I'm not sure how you choose to think about XA. But overall, not bad. But he got the man of the match. I probably give man of the match to Pep Biel. Just call me crazy. I'm going to give it to Pep if it's up to me. It's not up to me. I get why Maxi gets it, because it's kind of like, hey, first league match, sort of an introduction to the big set of home fans. Although I'm not sure if there was more there last night or last Tuesday at the Pachuca. I'm not really sure. It was a little sparse last night, I got to say. There was a lot going on uptown in Charlotte, I know. But yeah, I think Pep Biel is your man of the match. He was doing things. I almost would also say Bronico could be your man of the match with the full 90 and the goal. I don't know. Maybe just sort of no one really went out and claimed it, which made it easier to give it to Maxi for ceremonial reasons. I don't have any beef with it. I just I do wonder. I got his correspondence from my illustrious co-host. Let me see. I don't want to give away too cool for school, but Johnny sent me a text that was less than impressed about the headband being involved with Maximin's performance. Let's pop this back up because it was pretty fun to. I called him a Daniel LaRusso lookalike a couple of times. And he really was rocking like the tie the headband around and tie it with the tails running. Absolutely phenomenal stuff from Maxi with an iconic look. I need to see the close up here. Just I truly did love this headband, and I hope he continues to wear it. I guess it was Gucci. I don't know if it truly was Gucci or not. Johnny was had a better look at that than I did, I think. But it's a great. I love the tails. I just love the tails flying in the background. It's great stuff. Shout out to everyone who is cheering us on live. Thanks for joining the stream live. Archie has been close so many times, says Freddie. Yeah, I agree. I agree, Freddie. Archie is close to getting there. Tiger's close to getting there. Tiger Smalls had a really nice moment right after he subbed in where he almost created a goal. I didn't get a chance to edit off that highlight, but it was a standout moment for Tiger even in his short stint. So all the subs and the depth in this team is really rounded into form. I think that showed again last night. Shout out to Pink Laces, CLTNC8. This is beautiful. You're right. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful night. Everything was so fun about it. Had a grand old time. It was the perfect situation of the weather where we got a lightning storm that caused a slight delay in the gates, but not a delay in the kickoff. So you weren't stuck there too late, but it was cooler. It was a rainy evening. It was a really super hot day on Saturday in Charlotte, and then the heat just kind of broke into some thunderstorms that popped up and cooled things off. Made for a beautiful night. Sunset was awesome when you're in the stadium looking at it. Everything was tremendous. And Charlotte FC wins again. I believe that's 4 unbeaten at home in a row in the league. But we can call up the East table here. And it's a little bit deceptive here as we're recording this on a Sunday afternoon here. Just being honest. But if we look at a league's table that shows Charlotte 5th on 28 points, you got to know that Chicago, who's just ahead of us on 29, and New York, who's just behind us on 26, they play later today. They might have already played by the time you listen to this or watch this. So don't get too attached to what these standings look like right now. You can definitely see Nashville running away from everybody after they beat Miami. They took it to Miami last night 4-1, elsewhere in league play, as you'd say. And Miami's running away from everyone for second. So it's really... I think third is certainly a realistic goal for Charlotte FC. I don't think that winning the East or the Supporters' Shield, for that matter, is going to happen for Charlotte this year. But I think they can sneak into a top 3 seed, a third or fourth spot. Maybe with some serious luck, catch Miami. Miami would have to go into a massive slump, though. And I don't see that happening despite it might the mystique of Miami might finally be cracking a little bit. Messi seems to maybe be losing a step. I'm gonna say 3 Hail Marys and knock wood on that so that he doesn't come to get me, because you will go broke trying to predict the downfall of Messi. But Atlanta got a win last night and still at the bottom of the table. That's pretty funny. Orlando, we would have thought they would be rocking a little bit more with Griezmann, who had just come in, and he isn't making quite as explosive as an impact as we would have first thought, but hey, good for him. So anyway, these standings will change within hours of me recording this, but I thought I'd pop them up just because. Without further ado, thanks for everyone who's been here. We've been going about 15 minutes here live on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever podcast app you're using later, thanks for listening. Hopefully you're getting something out of me talking over highlights and just waxing poetic and whatnot. Now, though, this is where we go. We are on. We're going to continue on YouTube, but this is the more for the audio minded, because we're going to listen to everybody talk. We're going to listen to the post game press conferences with Allan Saint-Maximin, Dean Smith, and Liel Abada. Let's get started with no further ado with Maximin.
I'm coming here to help the team to win title, and this start of winning game, So it was very important for me. Even if I didn't score or assist, I always try to do my best to help the team to create space and chance. And this game was for me a good to put 45 minutes in the tank, and I give some ball to my teammates. So I'm very happy for that.
You're starting to feel like you're this close already to kind of knowing where to put the ball for them.
Yeah. To be fair, I create a lot of chances. I give some good ball to Biel, to Abada. I give some good ball to Archie when he come on, to Aloko as well. So
I said those weren't very good passes, but in his mind they were good passes. So it shows what I know.
When I create some chance on my own, my last shot was not too far to be a goal. So it's good, It's good to have 45 minutes in the tank. We need to know, it's my last game was more than 2 months ago, the cup game final. So it's good for me, to have 45 minutes, and I'm sure in a couple game I will feel much better.
Allan, you've had a couple weeks now training and playing with the guys. How's that relationship with Pep Biel developing? What have you seen of him that you like?
It's the first game I play with him, but I trained a bit with him, and he's a great guy. He's a fashion guy. He's a good guy, So he scored goal. I'm very happy for him. I know he's the main player because he scored goal, assist, and everything. So I'm just here to help him to be a better player. And if he's a better player, and if he keep perform like this, I'm sure the team gonna win a lot of games.
What do you?
I love to hear Maximin talk about Pep there, and his eyes light up and talk about wanting to make Pep into the best player. I think Pep is the best player. At this point, I'm already happy to call Pep the best outfield player in Charlotte FC history. Kalina probably has a case for best player overall. But Pep is easily the best attacking player in Charlotte FC history. And for Maximin, even better than Zaha, and for Maximin to come in and say he wants to make Pep even better, that's wonderful things. I think that makes it the perfect time to unveil our new nickname. And again, shout out to the Discord. This was christened in the Charlotte FC Discord group that was a branch off from the Reddit group. You can go on Reddit to find. If you hear me talk about this and you don't know what it is and you want to get invited, comment on this video and we can follow up from there. I'll figure out how to help you get an invite. But for now, this is from our Charlotte FC Discord. Pepsi Max is the joint nickname for the Pep Biel / Maximin connection. Pepsi Max, and someone came up with the name Pepsi Max, and then we got to make a photo. So I did some very amateur Photoshop work there with Canva. With the magic of Canva, I was able to create this graphic, stealing a picture that the club had made, and then finding this incredible Pepsi Max soccer ball can design. So Shout out to the lads, Pepsi Max. I want to see Pepsi Max combine and contribute to many, many goals here in the final stretch of the season and into the playoffs. And then in next year's sprint season, and then in 27, 28 as well. These guys have a chance to go down as an iconic duo. Shout out Pink Laces, thank you, incredible. Yeah, I think it's incredible. I mean, this is I didn't come up with the name. I did create this graphic, but again, by stealing two other graphics and combining them. I'm not laying any claim to graphic design skills, but at least it's not generative AI, I guess. But Pepsi Max is the name. Pepsi Max is the mantra. When you see Pep and Saint-Maximin combining out there and getting passes to each other and playing well and scoring goals and creating assists, it's Pepsi Max.
Make so far of, I guess, this team, like, what are you noticing, like, from kind of an outsider coming in? What is the sentiment of this team?
My feeling is we have a great team. I think I've been watch a lot of game, even a game from years ago, and for me the team play much better now. So we have a good player. We start to play good with each other, to defend a bit better, to attack better, and as I know, more goal you score, more you can win the game. So we create so many opportunity to score. There is some teams they struggle to create opportunity, and we have the chance to score and to create so many. We can see we score, I think, after 30 seconds. So it's not easy to do that, And after the 2-0, we start to press a bit less, to give them more the ball, to give them confidence. So I think it's just the small things we need to start to change, but we know that, I was very happy from the first half of the team, and I'm sure if we keep going to speak with each other, to fight together, we're going to have a great season this year.
And what do you make of your
This
first
guy's
45
hype.
minutes
This guy's a
of
freaking
MLS
hype man
in
for
general,
Charlotte FC.
the competition?
So
Yeah, it was good. It's just a bit difficult to adapt with the turf, especially for me, as a player. I started football when I have 15 years old, when my first professional game in Europa League, and never ever in my career I play on the turf, So it's a bit hard, it's a big change, but as I say, I'm not here to find excuse. I will have to adapt, and I hope to be able to play even better soon and to be able to help the team.
I love this guy. Big fan of Maxi. What I'm learning is he's the king of the humble brag. He's the king of the humble brag. He says, hey, I'm not complaining about the turf. I'm not trying to make an excuse. But I did play in the Europa League when I was 15 years old, and playing on turf absolutely sucks, and I would never do it. So just kind of funny how he slips that in. And I'm a big fan of his energy. I agree. It's not like we're necessarily calling it out.
And
but
a big welcome to Charlotte moment. How did it feel to be man of the match, get on the throne, get the crown and everything?
It's good atmosphere. I'm very happy for that. I'm very happy, I cannot ask for more. For my first MLS game, 45 minutes to be the man of the match, I think is a great start. But as I say, I don't really look about my individual performance. The most important is the win, and I want to bring that winning mentality. And now we have to go to win against Toronto, and win the more game it's possible to try to finish in the top 4.
And then second time you're here in front of the fans at home, what do you want to tell them so that they can what more they can expect from you?
Yeah, as I say, they're gonna. I want them to enjoy. I want them to the same feeling I give in all the places I've been, especially in Newcastle. Was my best moment over there, and the fans since now they still remember the way of I play, and when I start to get the ball, everyone start to stand up and feel so much feeling. So it's what I want to bring there. I'm not the type of player who will just play simple and pass. I'm these guys. I will try to put some skills and to dribble, and as I say, always to help the team. Because I'm not here to make the show, I'm just here to help the team. And as you can see today, when I have the opportunity to do some skills, to dribble, I go. And if I have to pass and help my teammate to shine, I will do it for sure.
And just out of-
We're here, John. We got a couple more questions.
When did Dean let you know that you were going to be coming in at the half? Was this something decided before the game that he wanted to give you a run, or was it at halftime he let you know you wanted to come in and change the game?
We know, I play a bit more. I play less the last game, like I think 20 minutes or something like that. And I need more minutes, in the tank. So I think it was a great time for me to come in the pitch, especially because of the way how they was playing. They start to push and to create more action, and we didn't want them to come back 2-2 and the game can completely change. So I think it was a great call from the coach, because after me as well he made the change with Aloko, and he gave an assist. So I think it was a great play from the team. Me go from behind and pass the ball forwards, and after we create, I think the goal was very nice to watch. So we have the quality to score a goal like this, and as a team, when you are capable of scoring goal like that, you just need to keep going and make sure we can repeat that and be more consistent.
I mean, we've come a long way from constructive criticism, but shouting it, right? I mean, what a team player, what a wee guy. No pun intended in French there, but absolutely loving the way that he says that's a fun goal to watch. Pep's goal. We talked about how he started, then he got to watch it all play from the back end. And of course, the best way, not that it was going to be a problem for this guy, but it's brilliant of his part to endear yourself to the new boss by praising all his managerial decisions. Oh yeah. Oh, Dean Smith, he played he masterfully subbed me in, and then he brought a loco in, and it was genius. I mean, so funny. Again, he's always going to be the star player on the team, but you might as well leave no mistake about it.
Maxi, félicitations. Your first 45 here in the MLS. How do you feel like you've had to study differently the opponents in the MLS compared to different opponents in Europe that you faced in the past?
Yeah, it's strange, It's very strange because all the league I've been, it was so much different. When I was in Mexico, with the altitude, the heat, and so many things, and the mentality of the Mexican team, you can see when they play against MLS as well. They just keep running. They have La Grinta, they keep running every single time, even if sometimes the quality is not incredible. But they play with the love of the football, and they fight and they never stop, So I think the league start to really grow up. I speak with one of my very good friends, Allan Saint-Maximin, and the league start to grow up a lot. There is a very good player about what I see, So the player, they play well, they keep the ball, they don't lose the ball stupid, I will say. So far, I didn't see much, apart from watching some game before to come. But when I step up on the pitch for my first 45 minutes, the game was good. The game was a good game.
Thank you so much for your time. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for your time. The game was good. Didn't know that Allan was good friends with Dylan Chambost, who gave up the penalty there, fouled Abada in the box, but nice little wrinkle. I'm sure they'll talk about it over a bottle of wine, hopefully last night, post-match. And yeah, Liga MX catching a stray for the quality of their play. You got to love it, but at least they run. At least they're running. Good times had by all. I want to address this comment real quick from Echevarria, Andres Echevarria, I believe. This is you. How you doing? Where do we get the presser videos? I do not see them on YouTube or the CLTFC app website. They stopped posting it all on YouTube. I have not looked for them myself, but I've been told they're on the CLTFC app. So forgive me if they're not. I thought they would be. I get them from just a media download, like media assets type of thing. They're available to all the local TV stations and whatnot. And thankfully, I'm able to get it as well. And I bring them to you because I love listening to people talk and then talking about it. And thanks for being here, Andres. Appreciate you, man. And keep on coming back. We're going to keep doing it as long as they let us, for sure. Until they tell me to stop. Let's listen to Dean Smith.
How did you feel the reaction of the team tonight in the win?
A really good reaction. First 20 minutes was really good. Then I thought we lost our patience a little bit. I knew there would be a team that's going to try and keep the ball, and you have to be patient and wait for the opportunities to win the ball back. And when you become impatient, they play between your lines a little bit too much. So we had to change our shape. a poor goal we gave away. I think that was their only real look, to be honest, and that's what was disappointing at half time, that they've scored from one real look at goal. And then second half I just wanted to make the change. Lucas played 2 games, or the last 2 games, and I wanted to get Pep back inside. We changed it during the first half. In second half, when you bring Maxi on and you bring Rod on and Archie on and then Tiger, we're a threat against anybody when we win the ball back. And I should have scored more goals to make it a little bit more comfortable than it was.
When you're up 2-0 like that so early in the game, I guess.
I mean, I get what he's saying, that it gave up a bad goal, but it was a really nice goal. I get it was their only chance, but once their left back got into space and sent it over, like, it was pretty well worked, I got to say.
What are kind of the keys to make sure that the team doesn't stay complacent?
Keep doing the right things. That's the important thing. Pick your times when to go and press. It was a really good opportunity to go and press for the penalty that we won. We went and pressed really well. And 2 really different goals that we scored in the first half. One from really good build-up play and another one from going and pressing and winning the ball back in the right area. So be patient. That's the biggest thing. Stick to your game plan. Otherwise you can get picked off a little bit, and they've done that at times. They're a good team with possession, but I thought we defended corners really well, which was important today.
And then can you just talk a little bit about?
Agreed. Columbus racked up corners. I think they had 10, 11, maybe 12, and Charlotte FC had to be big. I'm glad Dean shouted that out.
Yeah, so I just felt at half time, because we'd changed it, we'd brought Pep in the middle. I wanted to get another wide player on. I thought it would give us more of a threat going forwards, and it proved to be. And he showed lots of really good play. He's still fighting for fitness, as you can all see, but the quality with which he turns and switches play, really, really good. He should have got a foul, in my opinion, when he was one-on-one with, I think it was Moreira, I think it was. I can name 5 or 6 other players in this league that may have got that call. But unfortunately, he didn't get it, but what he will do is make himself known amongst the league.
The more things change, the more things stay the same. Dean is referring exactly to that same play that I referred to earlier about Saint-Maximin getting hit hard on that sort of welcome to MLS moment. And no, they didn't call a foul for whatever reason on Moreira, and it was a hard hit. And I appreciate Dean sticking up for the player always, but it is funny that neither Zaha nor Saint-Maximin could get that call, I guess. Jeez.
John?
How's Nathan doing? I know he came off. Have you gotten any word from the physios on him?
No, a bit too early, but I think he felt his hamstring in a similar spot to what he'd had before. So we'll get him scanned on either Sunday or Monday.
And can you talk about
Cleary was great.
Performance in MLS play? I mean, he's looked really good as he's been coming in and getting up to speed, but just didn't have the goal contribution or the final product. Sets up that 3rd goal. What did you see from him tonight?
Yeah, I mean, and that's a big thing for the likes of Rodolfo, Aloko, Idan, Tiger. They're young players still, so they've got to. What we need is that quality in the final third. I think Maxi's going to bring that naturally. Pep gives us that naturally. You didn't want anybody else to end up on the end of, a great set from Rodolfo. Pep shows you the quality with his finish, and that's what we want from them. They get in really good areas. Archie, Idan, Liel, Tiger, and Rodolfo. It's that final ball that we need to keep working on, that final ball, that finish. And at times when you see it, you go, yeah, there's a player in there, and that's our job now to develop that.
Carol?
Still got very high hopes for
There were a couple
Rodolfo.
turnovers when he was out wide. Was he just not quite comfortable in that spot, you think?
No, I think he was a little bit loose on the ball today. If I'm honest, it wasn't a vintage Pep performance. But he ends up in the right place on the end of a pass, and he's usually involved in everything when what becomes good, a good chance or a finish. And even when he's probably not having his best of games, he comes up with a goal.
10 goals for him already. You've got a bunch of season left. What's the limit? What's the
No, just keep doing what he's doing. You know, that'll please me if he keeps scoring.
Put an over-under on it, Dino.
Him and Maxi will get a good understanding going. You know, and the players that we've got. It would have been easy for me at the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes to put a defensive midfielder on or a defender on just to soak it up. But my thought process is always, you know, put a forward on. They're not expecting that. You know, I'd rather go 4-1 up than 3-2 down. And I thought with the chances that we created, we should have scored more to make it a lot better than it was.
Sam, Dean, what does it mean to get a quality win like this after the end of league stuff?
Yeah, really important. You know, we've had the disappointment from what was a decent Leagues Cup showing. You know, if we'd have known, you know, a point and penalty shootout might have done it, then we may have played the last 10 minutes differently. But we wasn't to know, and you know, to concede a goal in the 271st minute that eventually puts us out was disappointing. But you know, we've got no distractions now. Our focus now, our objective is to finish in the top 4.
When Maxi took his first hit, you know, he was on the ground for a while. What can you tell us about his fitness? Like, how close is he to getting to a full 90 or a start?
Yeah, I'll probably risked a few odd looks from my performance team by putting him in at half time, but you know, I made that decision because I just felt that we needed him at that time as well. And I think, I said last week, the way you'll get him fit is by giving him minutes as well. And you know, it's good that he got 52 minutes today, you know, and showed again glimpses of what he can do against players in this league.
I mean, great moment there. Absolutely stunner from Dean saying that he just decided to say fuck it and you know, screw the analytics. We need this guy on right now, and he's going on, and it worked out. So sometimes you just lean on your experience and trust the fact that you know better than the numbers, and it turns out to be the right call. Well done, Dean.
Since Wilf left, we've seen a real fire under Liel Abada. Another goal tonight that he earned by
Sam knows the same thing I did.
And getting that penalty. Are you seeing something different in Liel, or what? You know, is there any reason you think he's had a really, you know, explosive July and August?
I think we're seeing more of a confident Liel, which is important. All players, I've said this before, you know, need to build some confidence, and you only do that by performances, and he's put in some really good performances. He's got some really good numbers now with goals and assists, and when you do that, it builds for you. His job is to make sure he's more consistent. You know, we've had many chats about that, and as I said, you know, I don't look at the tag of DP. It's just one of my players. Make sure he does well.
Thanks, Dean. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
We will hear from Liel Abada shortly about his own increased confidence, which I think we all agree is easy to see.
Brandt's goal, let alone the quickness with which it was scored, was just a beautiful connection between him and David. Do you expect to see those kind of a true strikers run from Brandt?
Yeah, I mean, they're things that we spoke about during the build-up to this game. You know, especially our eights when we play with three in midfield, making sure they run beyond the front line. So they've got to go and help. You know, Idan when he's up there, and BB's made a really good run to get into the area, and you know, finished it really well as well.
Yeah, beautiful.
Let BB 13 cook in the box always. Everybody knows that.
For the game, was that something that you expected to see, or were you looking for just more the work rate and the industry?
Yeah, no, I wanted him to make them deep runs. I think he's a player, when he plays in midfield, can go and do that. I just felt when we were in the mid block, I felt him and Luca probably jumped a little bit too much and left space in behind us. You know, and that was just a little bit of impatience at times, but a really good run for his goal.
Josh.
Coach, it seemed like the team got pretty compact.
Luca played well, but he was the right side at the right time.
It almost seemed like there was a strong line of 5 in the midfield at one point. Is this something that you addressed at the midfield or at halftime with the team?
Well,
Maxi was coming in as well.
Yeah, we addressed it at the first hydration break. I did question why we had an hydration break. I didn't think we needed one tonight, I must admit. But they've got this some machine that tells them that we should have one.
I mean, it rained 30 minutes before kickoff. I agree. We didn't really need a hydration break.
Whatever that is. But yeah, the hydration break gave me the opportunity to talk to the players and just rejig the game plan a little bit, because I just felt that we'd just dropped off and we're a little bit too passive.
It's been a couple games now where we've seen Pep start on paper out wide, and we've had to tactically shift and more towards the midfield. With Maxi coming back to fitness, is that something that we could start seeing more in the starting lineup?
Yeah, I mean, I think Pep produces quite a lot when he's favoured number 10 position. But I also have to keep reminding him, against Chicago, that was his first game on the right, and he had 5 or 6 shots, scored a goal and had 5 or 6 shots in that game. So he can create and have chances in that position as well. So, and listen, he's more than flexible to play both. His preference, obviously, is a 10. We've seen that before. But our makeup of the team, how we see it when we go into games, that may change.
Right. Just get Pep in the pockets, whether it's in the middle, on the right, doesn't matter.
And you mentioned in the past that you like to have center backs and your center back pairing have kind of complementary traits that kind of play off of each other. What are some of those traits that Kessler has that help play off the timbering?
I just think the two of them are very experienced players. They don't make many mistakes, and that's a big thing in that position. We've got Morrison, who's played the majority of the season so far, and he's coming along really well. He's further along the line than we probably ever expected at the start of this season, so which is great. I just think Henry's got ahead of him a little bit with his performances, and that's something now that I want to see Morrison fight back and Andrew Pruitt fight back, because the two of them have certainly not let us down when they've come into the games.
And then Harry Topol has mentioned to us that you kind of bring.
I agree. I think we have 4 really quality center backs right now, or at least all about the same quality.
Season down into like mini seasons and like winning mini seasons. Where does this stretch of games kind of rank in terms of importance for you?
Yeah, a big. Probably. I was looking at 8 games after the Leagues Cup and then 8 games to finish. So I just broke it down into that 8 games. What we probably need to get into the top 4, but we've got to be consistent. That's the biggest message to them. I think in them 8 games, 2 more of them will be away from home than will be at home. So it's important that we go and get points on the road as well.
And then you've got one.
The next stretch, I didn't make a graphic for this, but just reading it off, we got Toronto. I can put this up at least real quick. We'll get back to Dean in a second, but Toronto, DC, Atlanta is Charlotte's next 3 games. Those have got to be wins. You just got to go win those games. DC's at home. Toronto's on the road in midweek. I know that can be tough, but you got to beat Toronto. I think Georgi Mihailovic got a red card for them on this weekend. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong there, but he's liable to be missing. Atlanta is a must-win 2 weeks from now. But I do like hearing Dean talk about, because you always hear coaches. That's a rare admission from anyone. Coaches always say, "We take it one game at a time. Next game, next game, next game." But it's nice to hear him admit that yes, sometimes it is nice to break things down and look at the bigger picture and break the campaign into like certain stretches, and that's smart. 8 games after Leagues Cup, then 8 games after that for the stretch run, total of 16. We're 1 down, 15 to go, and the next 3 I think have got to all be wins. And they really, wouldn't it be great to win all 15 of them and or go on another 10-match winning streak or something like that? But I think Dean knows what the team needs to do.
Open still from Kerwin Vargas' transfer. Is it a like replacement that you feel like we need, or that Charlotte needs it on the right wing, or is there another position?
Well, I think it has to be a domestic player as well. I think because it's not an international spot. Obviously, Kerwin was domestic. So, yeah, but we're looking and we're hoping to bring somebody in soon.
Good to know.
Your subs were very productive off the bench tonight. Can you talk about what you saw from them?
Yeah, and the Leagues Cup has given us some really good opportunities to put players on the pitch and make an impact, and they have done. I was just talking to Westy as he was coming off the pitch, and he was saying to me, I was surprised when you brought on Tiger for the last 15 minutes, but I wanted to go and take the game away from them. And I thought our front 4 could then go and do that and allow our back 4 and the 2 midfielders to just soak up the pressure. And you know, it were like that. So I just told him he needs to have a breather at times because he wants to join in as well. He's still, you know, a little bit Peter Panish at times, and you know, thinks he's 16. But yeah, the subs have made an impact in the last few games for us, which is really important.
All right, someone with better Photoshop skills than me needs to make the Ashley Westwood Peter Pan graphic stat. That sounds amazing. Thinks he's 16, up there in those nosebleeds. But I thought Tiger was great when he came on. So surprise, surprise. The joke's on you, Captain Westwood.
Wrap up with Jorge.
And can you carefully tell us what happened with your yellow?
Yeah, of course. Their player, without looking at the ball, jumped into Liel Abada, and the referee played on, and I claimed a free kick, and I was maybe a little bit too loud for the fourth official, and he called the linesman over, and I wanted to speak to him, but he refused to speak. So, and I just said to them, you know, respect works both ways.
And then Archie has had like another resurgence where he's. What can you account for his will to score in any means necessary?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the keeper tapped his ankle when he went through and shot, and I thought his willingness to run and running behind. I thought his willingness to scrap when he came on really helped us today, and he's getting better and better. And he's a pest to play against, you know, and that's what I want from a centre forward.
Thanks. James, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Love the fact that Dino got a chance to address the refereeing there right at the end of his presser. He was quite happy. It seemed to be asked about his yellow card that he got, which did seem a little dicey. Real quick, we'll look at this again. We looked at this in the context of great pass by Maxi, whether it was or was not. But I also think that was a penalty. I think Dean makes the right call. In the moment, I remember watching, I was like, man, but that's not a penalty? What the hell? And Archie asking for the pen, I think, was justified. But that's the only look I got at it in the highlight package, so can't really analyze it too close. Did seem like a pen from where I was sitting in the stands. Had a decent view of it, so what can you do? Doesn't really matter when you win 3-1 anyway. But Archie is close. We talked about Liel Abada's confidence. Let's hear from Liel Abada, and hopefully he sounds super confident.
I think it was really important for us back to the league with 3 points, and I'm really happy that we did it as a team. And yeah, now we have to keep going and be ready on Wednesday.
Nice. It looks like at least the last month or two you've been playing with a little bit more confidence, scoring, assisting. I guess what's changed for you personally, maybe?
I think I work really hard every single day. Even when I didn't play in the last year a little bit, I work really hard. I stay calm and I try help to the team. I'm really happy to be here. I learn a lot from the players, from the staff, and I try to improve every day.
Nice. And then obviously there's been rumors of your departure, staying. Are we going to count with Liel Abada for the rest of the season here at Charlotte FC?
I'm really happy to be here. I don't know what's going to be with my future, to be honest, but I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy that we won today. This is for me the most important, and I really focus on the Charlotte FC.
Liel, tell us about getting the penalty. You know, you went into the box and you decided to take it.
Yeah, I felt confidence to take it, and I'm really happy that the guys gave me to shoot, and I'm really happy that I scored. But the most important for me that we won tonight. This was the most important for us, and yeah, we will keep going.
How did you feel about you know, having 2 goals contributions during the Leagues Cup, adding another one tonight, really expanding your account this summer?
Yeah, I feel really good, to be honest. I know what I can bring to this club, and I'm really happy for this. I hope to keep going, but for me the most important that as a team we win the games and help to the team, and for me that's it's most important.
And finally for me, what's the biggest thing that's motivating you? What's the fire under you right now?
I think attack the box more for me. I think I improved it a lot after the break basically, and I work a lot for this. This is what Dean wanted for the wingers basically. We work a lot in the training, back post and everything, and yeah, we keep doing what Dean want from me and try to be my best.
One way that you build.
He's playing totally more attacking the box. That's a great insight that he's that's made him so much better recently is that he's just getting after it in the box. We love to see it.
Confidence of doing what you're good at, right? So what if coaches sort of stress to you that you're gifted at and should take advantage of?
I think we had a lot of conversation. I spoke with Dean, I spoke with the staff. They helped me, like they make me a better picture, to be honest. And and they want the best for me, basically. And the lads on the dressing room was the best for me. And like I said, I really want to bring my best for this club, play good, and help for the team to achieve our target.
Were you the designated penalty taker tonight, or after you won the penalty, did the team decide for you to take it? How did that all transpire?
I think them saw that I want to shoot, and them just leave it for me, and I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy I scored. But like I said, it doesn't matter who shoot. To be honest, for me the most important to win the game.
And do you feel that?
This it's just going to keep coming up. My favorite topic from last week, but there is a designated penalty taker, but the guy who wins it can pick it up and take it if they want to. And yes, Maxi didn't feel like it was his place to do so against Pachuca, and it's too damn bad that Archie just happened to miss, because I've come to the place where I wish he would have scored it. But I was glad to see Abada step up and take it. And like I said earlier, he took it expertly. Really waited to the very last second until he saw the keeper commit, and then buried it on the opposite side. Very well done.
Support from your teammates, as people have mentioned, you've had a lot of goal contributions the last several games, and the celebrations have been great with your teammates. It looks like there's a lot more joy. Do you feel that support and that love from them as you've been kind of on this hot streak?
I think from the first time I arrived here, I got the support from the lads, from the staff, from everyone in this club, and I really appreciate that. In the last year I didn't play a lot, but now I play more, and I'm really happy that I can bring myself to this team, and I want to improve. I want to work hard every single day, and I want the best for this team.
How's your boy Idan doing? Is he frustrated with not scoring, or is he keeping his head up?
No, he's keeping his head up. He's a young guy outside, like far from family, far for his country. I know what he's feeling. I've been in this situation, and I try to take care of him. He's a good lad, good person, very good player, and he has a lot bring to this club. And sometimes in football you have better moments, bad moments, but the most important to keep going and to be 100% for this team, and I'm sure we will do it.
How have you formed a new level of understanding with Sheneg on the field and being able to create moments alongside him?
Yeah, I think mentioning we are good connection between each other. Today it was better than the last game in the League Cup, and we understand each other more now. And I hope we will keep going, and that he's a good player, good person, and that's great assist.
All the right answers.
Liel,
Last one.
Dean Smith has mentioned that he's kind of frustrated with the designated player role and that status. Have you had any conversations with Dean about just being a DP and that role?
No, to be honest, for Dean it doesn't matter with the player DP or other roles. For him, he wants to see players doing good, play good, bring for them to the team. And if you think you're a good player, we put you in. If you think you need to rest a little bit, you will rest. But I said for me the most important to show myself to this team, help to this team, and we just now focus on Wednesday, and I hope we'll get win on the road.
I mean, he's saying all the right things. You can feel the confidence that everyone mentioned, that everyone asked him about. You can feel the confidence. I almost feel like it was a trial by fire for him for a little bit to have to face some questions. That's the first time he's really faced questions to the public that I can think of since everything's gone down over the last, since him being benched and then coming back into the lineup. And you could see, it's not something that he's shied away from at all. He addressed it, and he's happy to deal in reality, and said that whether he's playing or not, he's working hard. And I think we are all seeing the fruits of that and the benefits of that. So God bless you, Liel. Well done and well played. That's great to hear from everybody after this match. Thank you to everyone who followed along and watched live. It's a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Get out there in the sunshine and make some things happen, people. If you're listening to this on Monday, hopefully it's still sunny out. We play Wednesday at Toronto. back home against DC United on Saturday. It just keeps on rolling for Charlotte FC. Shout out to the Ascent for winning their season opener. Shout out to the Independents for beating Sarasota. It was a 9-point Saturday for Charlotte soccer clubs. I'm absolutely loving what's going down in the soccer city, and I had a great time yesterday. Had a great time today. Let's make it a great week. Let's go get 9 before we have another tough matchup with the first place Houston Dynamo out west, if you can believe that. That's going to be tougher than we thought it was, but there's 9 points out there against bottom feeders. Let's go get them. It's for the crown, baby.